On everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm at the farm and I decided to make a video on this just because it's pretty interesting and it'd make for somewhat good content. And what we're going to be doing is trying to get this old pump motor running so we can get some water out to the orchard. This is a Ford Pinto 4-cylinder converted to propane, ran off that giant propane tank. And then you've got the radiator goes through the water because that water is freezing cold, loops up back through the motor and then back into the tank. And then we've got the exhaust over here. The old manifold loops up to this old blown out muffler. Then we've got our switch panel here with wires that we probably shouldn't be using those, but you know, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. We got throttle right here, ignition, and the old starter button. Water temp, I don't know why we're using that. We've got an alternator on it. And then oil pressure gauge that, actually, is that oil pressure? Yeah, doesn't work because it started spewing oil, so I plugged it. We know it has oil pressure though. And then from the engine, we've got this drive shaft connected straight to the flywheel. Going over to this old pump. This is a Peerless Pumps. There's all the info on it if you want to look it up. It's a pretty cool old pump. And now it goes way down into the well and then shoots the water out at a pretty good rate. I have no idea when this oil was changed last. I'm guessing probably anywhere from 12 to 20 years ago. Yeah, maintenance is not priority on these. You can just look at the drain plug and see for yourself. The oil, it's really not too bad. I mean, it barely runs because normally it's ran off the river water supply for the orchard, but come on, this is used every once in a while. Now, it hasn't been used really well. I used it a couple months ago, maybe longer. I don't know. I'd say maybe 5 months ago it was used, and it's been sitting since, and it usually fires right up. But I got a new battery this time. We've just used old ones, and you know how that is. Never works right. And I've got a new oil filter, new oil for it. I put newer wires on it, but it looks like the dumb mice and rats had a snack on it. So hopefully those still work. I don't have any with me. But yeah, I ordered a new air filter. There's the top of it right there. That'll be here tomorrow, but this thing's been off forever, so I'm not going to worry about it. And it is pretty much sealed the way this orifice is. This oil changed, and then we'll try to start it up if it's not too dark. If it's too dark, then we'll come back in the morning and try to start it. This was running in the background because the battery's, of course, dead. So if I shut it off, I'm not getting back. So yeah, I don't know, I might risk it, but probably just leave it running while I do this. It shouldn't take too long. Here's my awesome oil drain pan. Forgot mine at home, so that's what we've got. Let's see what size this is here. It's like 1/2 inch. Try to bust this loose without stripping it. Might have to grab an actual wrench. I mean, like a ratcheting socket wrench. Oh, this looks like it's maybe stripped out already. Oh boy, this is awesome. All right, I resorted to the all-in-one wrench here and actually got it to break loose. I don't want that to happen. All right, let's see if I can get this undone now. No idea what's gonna come out and at what velocity. Let's see if I can prop this up here. Oh, look what I just found. So that's probably what this was for. I don't know, never mind. But it was sitting right next to this. Moment of truth. A little bit scary. I mean, I know it runs. Huh? It's got oil in it. Doesn't look too bad. And it's a little chunky. That's to be expected. It's pretty chunky. I don't have a light with me to shine through it. It's not very bright, but you can look at it right there. It looks fine. Well, got some fresh synthetic 1030 to put back in it. And it looks pretty runny. And it's very possible it could be 15 years old. Oh no! Really? Oh, what? Okay. And that right there tells you how long it's been since the oil's been changed, because there's not a speck of grease or dirty grease on any of this. Look at this plug too. I mean, that's got to be ancient. The smart thing probably would have been to run it and then drain it while it's warm so all that sludge comes out. See, you know there's sludge in there. I mean, it sits outside. I'm honestly surprised there's no water in the oil. I mean, that's pretty great on the sealing of this engine. But this will be fine. I'll put new stuff in it, and maybe I'll do another oil change in like a month or something like that. See how it is. It's starting to trickle down. Looks like molasses. It's actually surprisingly clear. Some good old oil. Tell you what. Alright, I've got the plug back in. I've got to come back and clean this once I've got, something to clean it with. But look, there's some particles for sure. That definitely looks like metal. And I think I'm definitely going to pretend I didn't see that. Okay. There's quite a bit of it sitting on that pipe. Oh, you know what? That's probably from me putting this back on. Never mind. Little jump scare. Okay, now let me get this oil filter off. That's going to make a huge mess, I already know. I mean, look at everything it's going to run onto. Unless it's drained out. Never know. And then add oil. See if I can even get this thing off with one hand. Yeah, probably not. Alright, I had to use the gigantic channel locks to get it off, but it's loose now. You can tell how old it is by this sticker here. I wonder if the advertisement has changed on this. If so, I could look back and see, get a date by that. Okay, good, it's empty. Oof. It's a pretty old looking filter. Huh. It's heavy. Must be a bunch of material in there. Weird. I wonder if that rubber thing in there stops it from coming out whenever you change the filter. I mean, it's heavy. Like, there's a bunch of oil in there, but nothing's coming out. Weird. This looks pretty clean, actually. Dang it, I can't believe I forgot something to wipe it down with. Oh, found this in the truck. There's about 2 sheets left. Alright, so I'm using this Casual Edge Advanced Full Synthetic 1030 high mileage oil. I just like this brand. Plus, it's not the most expensive, but it's still really good oil. So I'll be using this, and I'm going to wipe that down. And I'm using a Wix filter. This is the part number for this engine. Ford Pinto engine. I think it's a 2.3 liter. Make sure it looks the same. Oh, yep, looks exactly the same. Alright, sweet, that'll work. So yeah, let's get to it. Filter's got a dent in it already. Some oil on this thing. I need to make sure to write on this filter the date. Yeah, I guess that's it. There's no mileage on this thing. Because I could put the date and the water. There's a water meter on there. Put that on here. Just so I know in the future. Oh, look at that. Brand new. And I guess I could write what oil I'm using. Alright, so up here, got this old oil cap. gunge. Might as well clean this off. Most likely going to spill this everywhere. But we'll see. Maybe I'll do a good job this time. Alright. Moment of truth. Oh. Spilt it everywhere. Okay. This thing takes 5 quarts. I put about 4.5 in there. Just to make sure. I don't know how much residual is left. I'll try to soak this up. Yeah, whoops. Luckily it's not too much, I guess. Alright, let's check the oil now. Let's see. Oh, perfect. Right in the safe mark. Right there, right in the safe mark. Beauty. Okay, well I guess now let's try to start this thing. Battery is brand spanking new. Just bought it today. Look at that terminal. Super shiny. So it should start it. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't. I can do the old push and twist on these. My terminal cleaner just broke today too, so I can't really clean them. Alright, well, I guess we can test it out. Oh, I usually like to prime this by getting a screwdriver out of my mess of tools here. If there's even one in here. There we go. Propping this little valve open. I'd better turn the propane on first. Anyways, prop that open and give it a few. Bleed some air out, just like that. Then see if she'll fire. I gotta watch out for that though. Give it a little bit of throttle. Why did that spark? I don't know. Alright, ignition. Ooh, I need to put the oil cap back on. In this little tube. Okay. Maybe it needs more juice. Oh, there it was. I think it was just air. Hey, it rolled over. I think maybe it needs full throttle to start. It's hard to do this. You have to push that. And you can do it one-handed if you do this. That's all I'm saying. Took a little bit to get oil pressure, but now I can hear it smoothed out. Uh-oh. That's not good. Well, that's new. Hey. Got water out of too many places. Give her a little more RPM. Oh, wow. Yeah, she's a little rusty. That is not good. so dark. Evicting some mice. Might be trying for a new V-bell. Running for maybe 3 minutes. The alternator sounds like it's about to go to space. Starting to clear up a little bit. Really got some blow by. Thing's old. Give her a break. Exhaust is good though. I don't remember what valves I have open. So I gotta go make sure I'm not flooding a road out. Alright, I think I'm gonna shut her down. Plus, it's probably not good to have that jumping loud like that. That's new. First time it's ever done that. Give her some reds. Goes backwards. Yeah, I'd say the compression, not so much. Whew. All right, now you can hear it going back down. Alright, I guess I better go find out where I just pumped all that water. Hopefully the truck starts up because I shut it off. It's so loud. Alright, let's see if this thing will start now. Come on. You got it. You can do it. Please start. Come on. Just do it. Oh. All right. Well, I'd say that was a successful oil change and a successful wheel and run. It ran. It runs. The oil wasn't too bad. It's got fresh 1030 in it. There might be the slightest bit of compression in the cooling system, but we won't talk about that. It wasn't smoking out the exhaust, A little bit of blow by, but that's normal for this whole thing. It's been running on propane its whole life. Well, actually, that's probably a used motor too, with who knows how many miles. Yeah, so successful start. Bad thing though, the well pump has a humongous leak right where the shaft goes down to pump water. That's lame. That's not good. That's just not good. The water was very rusty coming out. Also not good. But it runs. And runs pretty good too. It was revving up. Of course, it was bogging whenever I would like pull the throttle all the way out, because it's trying to spin that drive shaft on the pump, and the pump goes down, I think, like 130 feet. There's a bunch of bowls in it, and that takes a lot to spin that thing. But I got it to rev up. Sounded just fine. No knocking or anything. Knock on everything. So yeah, now I just need to go drive and see where all that water went, and the truck's not starting, so hopefully it'll start, or I might have to steal that battery. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Wow, the sky is beautiful. I see wet dirt here, so the water came this direction. Truck didn't start, so I've got to go get the other one. So it came here at least. Now I got to see if it's out there. All right, I'm in the tracker now. The battery is also sad in this, but it's not as sad as the other one. Let's see if we got water up here. Yeehaw! Whoa! Alright, this should be the end of the line, so if there's any valves open over here, then there should be water, unless it all just went to that other spot, but probably not. Alright. Well, there's water in the vent valve, so it got to the end at least. It's a little tricky to see. Weeds have grown up a little much. Looks like the gopher buried one of the valves. Nice. But that one's not open. I don't remember leaving any of these open. Well, I didn't see any. I don't think there was any open ones. I'm not seeing any water out down here, so I think what happened is some of it went out to that other one that I showed you previously, and the rest probably wasn't enough water to fill it up to where it could come out. So it probably just filled the line underground, and then by the time it could have like went and watered, came out one of the valves, then I shut it off. So that's what I'm assuming. I mean, there's water at the very end where it had bled off the air. So we know it got there, but it just wasn't enough water to back it up. Like if all the valves were closed, which I'm pretty sure they are right now, and I were to run it, it would back up in the sluice box there and overflow. But I don't think it was on long enough for it to do that. It just was enough to fill the line, I'm assuming. But yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's kind of a short one. Actually, I don't know if it's short or not yet because I haven't edited it, but it feels like it's a short one because it was simple. Change the oil, turn it on. That's pretty much all that happened. But I hope you enjoyed it. If so, let me know. I hope to see you in the next one. And let me know if you enjoyed or if you have any comments or anything. And I will see you in the next one. Make sure to subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and then I can start using monetization and get paid for these videos, and then we can start doing more in-depth projects and faster paced stuff like that, where I can actually, like, you know, buy stuff for a video and do it like that. And that'd be really nice, because then I can start doing bigger and bigger things. But just something to consider. I know it's like 99% of my viewers are not subscribed, and I have like 560 something right now, I think. So that would be awesome if I get to 1,000, but no pressure. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Excuse me.